It is the SoDak 16. It is Pierre Governor Volleyball as they take on the Brandon Valley Lynx as we are set for this matchup between Pierre and Brandon Valley. And a good evening as we welcome you in to the home of the Lynx in Brandon as the Governors are looking for a redemption from all the way back on October 1st. It was a 3-set sweep for the Brandon Valley Lynx over the Pierre Governors, but it was in that game for the Governors. They lost 25-16, 25-22, and 25-14. Here tonight, they're looking for that chance to avenge that loss. That was coming off of the COVID spell that this Governor team, all the Governor teams kind of went through as they end up losing quite 2 weeks worth of games and had not played in 2 weeks. And the Governors did not have it that night. When you look back at the stats, they ended up with 23 errors overall and only 19 kills. That's not going to win you a whole lot of volleyball games. But here tonight, they can avenge that, and they can get themselves in that right spot. And this is a Brandon Valley team, too, that's, yes, they are the 6th seed. Yes, they've earned that spot, but you just feel a little bit different. It feels like it's a little bit closer than the 6-11 matchup. This Pierre Governor team, at times, when they play well, they're playing like they're one of the top 5-6 teams in the state. But there's been times this year in that Brandon Valley game where they don't look like that. And you hope that this tonight you're going to see that Pierre Governor team that is going to play as well as what this Governor team is capable of doing. And we'll talk with Coach Casey Keenholz here in just a little bit in the pregame interview and how they can make that happen here tonight to advance to the state tournament, which would be next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If they do win, they will face the winner of Huron Sturgis no matter what happens. Class A and Class B, those 8 winners to get all reseeded. No reseed in AA. So the 3-14 winner will face the 6-11 winner, no matter if it's the 14-11 seed facing off in the first round. It will be those 2 teams that will face off in the first round in the 3rd game of the tournament next week, Thursday, in Brookings. It is going to be in Brookings at the Swiftel Center. So the Governors win here. They will head to Brookings next weekend for the chance to win that AA state championship. The Governor boys and then football team, they are going to try and win that 11 AA state championship tomorrow. We'll have more on that as we end up in our post-game show later on here tonight. But here are the Governors. Again, when you look at where they were back on October 1st, that started that 7-game losing streak, that they just couldn't find their rhythm, kind of start playing all the best teams after that. They were playing so many good teams in that 7-game losing streak. They got back-to-back wins against Spearfish and Sturgis, back-to-back wins against Yankton and Douglas, but lost to Lincoln, Brookings, Aberdeen Central in between those 4 wins, and then also lost to Mitchell and Huron to close out the season. So for the Governors, they've got to start well here tonight. And again, we'll talk with Coach Casey Keenholz here in a little bit about how they can get that started. We will step aside for our first break of our pregame show. We'll step aside for 2 minutes. When we come back, we'll start our coaches interview. First, we will start with Brandon Valley and Coach Grage of the Brandon Valley Lynx. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball. Today is KCCR. Today is KCCR.com. Welcome back to the pregame show on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Joining me is Coach Grage of the Brandon Valley Lynx. Coach, SoDak 16, you play for this time of the year. You play for this game specifically to get in the state tournament. You're the 6th seed, you get the home game. How important is that to be the home team before anything else? How important is it to be the home team?
It's huge. You get to play on your home court and play with all your fans, and it's just a great atmosphere to play in a gym you're comfortable with that you practice in every day.
Now you're facing this Pierre team who you saw back on October 1st, but they were coming off of all the COVID stuff, so they hadn't played in 2 weeks. They didn't look very good. You guys were able to get the 3-set win. I'm sure you're probably expecting a completely different team here tonight.
Yes, they're a different team. They're much scrappier now. They're playing well, so we need to come out and play our best, definitely.
What do you expect from them, or how do you stop what they have been doing lately? How do you stop that and kind of turn that into your favor?
We have to serve aggressive, and we have to put up a strong block.
For you guys, too, I mean, is for your game especially, how do you make sure that that Pierre can't stop your game outside of those two?
We have to have a good serve receive and run 3 routes all the time on offense.
And you guys, being here at home, again, not having to go on the road, but the I guess maybe a downside to it is there's no normal games. Do you think that might affect your girls at least in the first part? How do you make sure that doesn't affect your girls in the first part of the game?
Oh, meaning we're kind of out of our time zone. Well, we just try to have routine. We try to do the same thing we normally do on every other match, and so it's routine. We said we got to do it the same thing we do every other match and prepare to play. Yeah.
What's going to be the number one thing for you guys to get the win here tonight?
Just play it very aggressive and scrappy and bring it all.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
Back with more of the pregame show next on today's KCCR. Today's KCCR.com. Welcome back to the pregame show on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Joining me is Coach Casey Keenels of the Pierre Governor Volleyball team. As Coach, a new season begins here today, and it's a one-and-done scenario here, the SoDak 16. You're back in Brandon, taking on the Lynx, a game where you guys returned from COVID, all the COVID issues, didn't play, probably had your worst game overall in that game, but now a chance to redeem that. What's the feeling going into tonight?
I think the girls are, I think that was kind of the big thing, is just being able to come back and prove, that we're better than what we showed, beginning of October. And so to have this opportunity to play Brandon, they're playing very well. So, we're just looking to play up to that expectation and play, one of our best games tonight.
What do you take from the last week of Mitchell Huron and bringing into tonight?
I think, again, wasn't a great week of games. I think, that Mitchell game was a 5-game match, which, maybe hopefully will help us, with tonight's match, just being, prepared and having to, work hard for 5 games. And I think just kind of that disappointing, those feelings of walking off of that court after those 2 games with those disappointing losses, that gives them a little bit of fire here to show up here tonight, being the underdogs. I mean, as we said, we have nothing to lose, so we might as well go out there and play our best game, and the best team will win tonight.
And you guys are able to travel here today. Do you think that kind of gives you a little bit of advantage? Obviously, home court advantage goes to Brandon, but being a little bit different when there's no games beforehand, you just play this one game and then you're back on the bus. Do you think that's a little bit better because there's no rhythm to get out of like Brandon could have to happen today?
Yeah, I think I feel like we play a little bit better away from home, however that works. But I do think that the girls, knowing that their focus is to get off the bus and ready to play, and that's what we prepared for all week, is to know that we've got to come out of the locker room, we've got to go through warm-ups, and we got to be ready to play. There's no sitting and watching 2 matches before us. We got to get out on the court, and we got to start from point 1.
This Brandon team, what do you expect from them here tonight? How do you stop them?
They have a lot of size, and so that's going to be where we got to get a lot of touches on blocks. We got to be sticking to our game plan, which we know that we're going to see a lot of outside balls. They've got some great outside hitters, and so defensively, we've got to be ready for they can switch up, swing hard, they can roll shot, they can tip, and so really our defense has to be on their toes, ready to run down anything, and really just playing, I guess, tonight to leave everything on the court that they have. And, we can't give up on balls. We got to run balls down. We know, Brandon's going to be a team that's going to run down a lot of balls too. So we got to expect to be in some long rallies. When we get into those long rallies, we've got to be ready to put the ball away and not let them score on airs.
Obviously, you playing for this game and playing for the state tournament. Reagan Wiebe has been playing some of the best volleyball for her in this season going into tonight. What do you expect from her here to kind of lead this team going into this game?
We really need her leadership tonight. I think, as you said, she's been swinging well. She's been playing really aggressive at the net. She's been playing all the way around. So defensively, she's stepped up and had to take on the role of being a passer as well as a defender. And so we need her to really step up her game, show that leadership, show, she's been playing varsity since she's been a freshman. So I think this is a good opportunity for her to show, her 4 years of working at this level, that it will pay off in big games like this tonight.
All right, what's the number one thing for you to get the win here tonight?
We got to start from point 1. We got to serve aggressive, we got to pass well, and then our hitters have to stay aggressive.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back more of the pregame show next on today's KCCR. Today is KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Brandon, National Anthem just been sung by the Brandon Valley students, and we are ready for volleyball here tonight. It is the SoDak 16, here Governors and Brandon Valley Lynx, matchup of October 1st. The Governors are wearing their road black uniforms, Brandon Valley in their red uniforms. Of course, the two liberos, Morkia Butchell-Knaus, as well as Abby Finch, will be wearing their white jerseys. So the Governors, their starting lineup is Lily Sanchez along with Austin Wiebe, Avery Kaiser, Reagan Wiebe, McKenna Schleckway, and Maya Keenels, and then Morkia Butchell-Knaus is the libero. So for the Governors, they will have 3 seniors in their starting lineup, along with the libero being their 4th senior, trying to get to the state tournaments. And it will be Lily Sanchez that will serve first. We're just about set. Just a couple minutes in front of 6 o'clock. We're underway here for the SoDak 16. It'll be received on the serve from Taylor Stemmen at the middle of the net. It's tipped over. Reagan Wiebe is there. Keenholz for Sanchez to try and push it all the way to the back line. Stemmen was right there for it, though. Over across and dug out by Sanchez. Here's Keno's in the set for Kai Wiebe. That one dug out by Finch from the far side. Over an easy play for Austin Wiebe. It'll be bumped over by Reagan Wiebe near the boundary line, but stays in at the middle of the net. That one goes out from the Brandon Valley Lynx, and first points goes to Pierre Governors. It's a 1-0 lead. Nope, they're going to say it was for Brandon Valley. And they give it to Brandon Valley. Didn't see exactly. They said it was touched. Somebody from Pierre touched it. Oh, boy, that's a tough one there. It's first point of the game. There's still plenty of time, but that's a tough one for Pierre as Liz Kopp will serve as Austin Wiebe receives. Maya Keenholz over for Kaiser. Across and misplayed from Stemen. And it is 1-1. A quick kill from Avery Kaiser. And we are tied up at 1 as Reese Terwilliger will check in for Austin Wiebe. 1-1 is our score here in set 1. Winner to the state tournament. Maya Keenholz, the senior, will serve. From the far side of the court, they go from the top to the bottom of your radio dial. At the net will be sets and over to the far side. Not much of a hit, but it is a point for the Brandon Valley Lynx. As a kill goes for Hannah Parliament. And it's now 2-1. On the serve for Morgan Hunt. It'll be Keenholz is set for Schleikaway. That one is out of bounds. It's 3-1 out of play. So a quick back-to-back points here for the Brandon Valley Lynx. They lead 3-1. Brooklyn Grage, I should say, is serving. Grage again on the serve. Just barely over. Played off, and the Governors are able to get it over. Knaus, not much of a hit, but Schleikaway then goes to the nets, and it's now 4-1. You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station 3 straight points for the Brandon Valley Lynx. They lead 4-1. Brooklyn Grage will serve with a 3-1 lead. Avery Kaiser to receive. Keenholz got it over to the back line, but Grage is able to play. That'll be set and over to the far side. Over from Stemen, but dug out by Knaus. Keenholz keeps it in play, and Kaiser over on the third hit. It'll come back over for Parliament, but dug out by Knaus. Keenholz now to set for Terwilliger. Off the hands. That one got tipped, and it's going to be a point for the Pierre Governors as that was tipped by at the net. And it's now 4-2. Could see that one pretty clear. That was a kill for Reese Terwilliger, so it's now 4-2. And a good job there by the Governors. And Reagan Wiebe now to serve as they trail 4-2 here in set 1. Wiebe across, received, coming to the net. At the net, blocked up by Schleikaway, but still there. Schleikaway tipped it back down. And it's a point for Brandon Valley as Schleikaway was over the net. Two tough plays there from the Governors have gone the way of Brandon Valley so far. As Abby Finch with the serve, got over the nets, tipped by Keenholz, and it goes down for a point for Brandon Valley. So it's now 6-2. Well, that could have been a real game changer, 4-3 with that serve from Wiebe, but instead now it's 6-2, and Abby Finch is serving again. To the back line, Knaus to play. Keenholz is set for Kaiser, got it over on the third hit. And Grage was able to play to the right side for Parliament. Nearly dug out by Knaus, but it goes to the student section. And it's now 7-2. 5-point lead here for Brandon Valley in set 1. See how quickly Coach Casey Keenholz takes that first time out. Don't want any of these sets to get away from you. But right now, Abby Finch with a serve. That one's to the back line, but Knaus plays it. Reagan Wiebe now Schleikaway. All the way to the back line. Finch to be set. Tapped over the net. Right there for Mike Keenholz. Terwilliger now will set for Kaiser. That one's hard and down for a kill for Avery Kaiser as Grage got an arm on it, but couldn't keep it up in the air, and a kill for Avery Kaiser, the sophomore, her first one of the night. And it's now 7-3 here for the Lynx. Marquis Knaus will serve. Grage to receive. It'll be over, blocked up, and then back up in the air from Cassie Ellingson. Now a chance for Parliament. Dug out by Wiebe. Tipped over the net by Kenzie Groundland. Now set again from Kopp. And that one might have got tipped by either Kaiser or Groundland. Wasn't hit very hard either way. And it goes down for a kill for Brandon Valley. And the Lynx now lead 8-3 here in set 1. A 5-point lead in this first set. Jenna Stengel, the setter, the 5'6" senior, will serve the lefty. That one. And the Governors are out of position. And it's now 9-3. So the rotation out of rotation, I should say, for the Governors, and it's a 6-point lead. As Stengel again with a serve. Kaiser trying to tip it over. It got touched by Brandon Valley. Reagan Wiebe on the second hit got it across. Sets in the middle of the floor and dug out by Wiebe. Now here's Reese Terwilliger. Tipped at the nets. Finch played it. Brandon Valley keeps it alive to get it over on the third hit. So here's Reagan Wiebe. Keenol's just setting out for Kaiser, coming flying in, and Avery Kaiser will get the kill as it goes into the Brandon Valley Lynx trying to get a dig. And it's now 9-4, and Kaiser's got her second kill. 5-point lead. Austin Wiebe is back in for Reese Terwilliger to go back to serve. Governors trail by 5 here in set 1. Here's Austin Wiebe again with a serve. It is played from Stengel. The sets off and down for a kill for Cassie Ellingson, and it's 10-4 for the Lynx. It is set 1, 10-4 lead here in our first set. A 6-point lead for the Lynx. They won the first set back on October 1st. That first set went 25-16 for Brandon Valley. The rest of the Governors showed in that first set, not really showing up here. Brandon Valley still leads by 6 right now. Reagan Wiebe to receive the serve. Here's Avery Kaiser again off the net. The four-hit violation by the Governors. And it's now 11-4. Head Coach Keenol's will take her first timeout. Didn't think that was going to take long for Coach Keenol's to get that first timeout. Want to keep this first set closer than what it is right now. 11-4, Lynx lead here in set 1. Back in 30 seconds. Listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR. Today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Brandon Valley, as it is a 11-4 lead here in set 1. The Governors trail right now to this Brandon Valley team. As serving for the Lynx, again, it will be Taylor Stemmen, the 5'9 junior. The left side of the floor over. Mucho Canals dives to receive it. It'll be Kaiser. Down hard. Avery Kaiser picks up a big kill. 11-5. Kaiser didn't have her best game on Thursday against Huron. It's going to be very important for her and Reagan Wiebe to be those two girls for this team to have a really strong game with the kill attempts. This one over and down for a kill off the arm of Wiebe, Austin Wiebe, and it's now 12-5. Just like that, Brandon Valley answers as Cassie Ellingson will go back after the kill to go serve with a 7-point lead here in set number 1. Coach Keenol's took her first time out, so she's got just one left. And again, this first set is very important. If you get this first set win, things kind of turn in your favor. Cassie Ellingson with a serve. Mucho Canals with the reception. Here's a chance for Wiebe. That goes off the arms of Brandon Valley and down, and there's a Reagan Wiebe kill. As 12-6. So both Kaiser and Wiebe get back-to-back kills on the last 2 points for the Governors as Lily Sanchez is back in to serve the sophomore. She'll be involved a lot more next year as the most likely be the varsity setter. As Kaiser plays it, Keenol's trying to put it to the corner. That'll be set again and over and down for a kill. And it's now 13-6. As back to serve will be Liz Kopp. Kill for Brandon Valley, 13-6 lead, 7-point lead here in set 1. Kopp from the bottom of your dial across. Play from Austin Wiebe. Kaiser now will have to set Reagan Wiebe and dug out there by Grage. At the net, tipped from Morgan Hunts over and Reagan Wiebe. That one goes off of Brandon Valley, and it's going to be a point for the Governors. And it's now 13-7. Reagan Wiebe with another kill. Quick sub as Reese Terwilliger is back in for Austin Wiebe. The senior Maya Keenol's will serve. Keenol's to the back line, received by Stemmen. Grage over, hit from the arm of Kaiser, but it goes for a point for the Lynx as Kaiser got a piece of it and goes all the way to the back of the bleachers. So it's now 14-7. Brooklyn Grage, the 6'1 senior, will serve. It is a 14-7 lead. Grage. Kaiser to play. Keenol's now to be set for Reagan Wiebe. Blocked up. Kaiser is there, though. Keenol's will get it across in the third hit. Grage to be set from Kopp. Over from Parliament, but dug out by Mutual Canals. Here is Kaiser coming in for the back line. Got tipped up, and it goes down for Kaiser to come through from the back line. It's now 14-8. So the Governors can't get farther within 6, but they're not going farther than 7 behind. At some point, they've got to get a rally here going, but here is Reagan Wiebe now to serve. He played from Finch. Set over from Stemmen. Trying to get a dig was Reagan Wiebe, a diving play. Got a piece of it, but it goes for a kill for the Lynxes. Back to a 7-point lead, now 15-8 for Brandon Valley. And Abby Finch will be back to serve. The libero 5'8 senior. Not a whole lot of seniors for Brandon Valley. Just 4 seniors on the varsity squad. Avery Kaiser with the reception. Here's McKenna Schleckaway. That one got tipped up, but Grage is there. And we played back. That one blocked up again, but the next one goes down from Stemmen, and it's now 16-8. The first one got blocked, but it went right to Stemmen like it was set for her, and she goes down with a kill, and it's 16-8. Here is Abby Finch, next serve. Nearly going out of play, but Reagan Wiebe had to play it. Here's a chance for Kaiser. That goes off the nets, and it goes out, and it's now 17-8. And it's 3 straight for Brandon Valley, and they now lead by 9 here in set 1. 17-8. We're starting to get late here in set 1. The Governors have got to find a way to start putting some points together. Reagan Wiebe on the reception. Terwilliger high in the air for Kaiser. Got it across. Finch now to be set at the nets from Stemmen. Keenol's got it back to Kaiser. Finch again. Here comes the third hit from Parliament. Tipped by Kaiser. Now Keenol's now will set for Kaiser again. That one over, and it stays in. Kaiser got it on the line. Referee started to put the flag up like it was going out, but he had to put it right back down, and Kaiser gets a narrow point, but a big kill for the Governors. It's now 17-9. When that referee's arm went straight up and then had to come right back down. And he said, no, that was in, was not out. Here's Marquia Mutual Canals on the serve. He's Stemmen to receive. Kopp to set over from Ellingson. Keenol's now to play for Terwilliger. That one got blocked up. Grage high in the air, so the Lynx can get it over from Kopp. Keenol's now to be set for Kaiser. Blocked up, and it comes hard back down and off of the Governors, and it's now 18-9. And a good block there from the Lynx. Checking into service, Jenna Stengel, the 5'6 senior. So Stengel back in the game for Hannah Parliament, the 5'11 junior. The lefty on the serve. And that one goes too far. A service error. Haven't seen too many of those. That's our first service error of the game. And it's now 18-10. Austin Wiebe is back in for Reese Terwilliger to serve. Governors trail by 8 here in set 1. Here is Austin Wiebe on the serve. To the back line, Finch. That'll be set. Tipped at the net. Austin Wiebe to play. Maya Keenol is now for Avery Kaiser. That one got blocked up, but Kaiser is there to play again. Reagan Wiebe to be set. Groundland trying to get it over, and it got over, but it went out. And it's now 19-10. Nearly was stayed in, but that one did go out from Kenzie Groundland. So it's now a 19-10 lead here for Brandon Valley. The over from Taylor Stemmen. Mike Keenol's for Reagan Wiebe across. Finch and Stemmen right there. Over. It played and not to hit. So good from Reagan Wiebe. Got back to the corner. So it's now 20-10. A quick hit from Kopp. That's the first time she's played that. Instead of setting it, knocked it over across the net. The Governors weren't ready for it. 20-10. As Remy Price is now in for Reagan Wiebe. Here's Taylor Stemmen again on the serve. Going to pick on Price. So she'll receive the serve. Keenol is now to set for Kaiser. Tipped and played from Stemmen. Back to Stemmen. Then blocked it up, but he had to play it again. Now here's Keenol's over on the third hit. Be set at the net. Ellingson got it blocked up. Back over across the net. Tipped over from Kopp. Now here's Reagan Wiebe. Kaiser falling away. Puts it in the net. So it's now 21-10. And the lead is 11 for Brandon Valley here in set 1. But again, best of 5. Doesn't matter how bad you lose the first set. Doesn't matter what that score is. You can lose by 2 or lose by 15. And that's another service error from Brandon Valley, and it's now 21-11 as that one goes to the net from Stemmen. But just because you don't get that first one, it puts you in a much more difficult spot. But doesn't matter what the score is. You come back and win 6-3. As that one got tipped at the nets. It'll be over from Grage, Austin Wiebe. Here's Maya Keenels. That'll be over from Reagan Wiebe, trying to go across court, but played there by Grage. Back to Grage. Mucho Canals can't dig it out. And it's now 23-11. And the Lynx are 2 away now from picking up their first, 22-11. A couple points away now from picking up the set 1 win. Here's Cassie Ellingson with the serve. Ellingson across Mucho Canals. Keenels now to be set for Wiebe. That's a hard hit from Wiebe and a kill for Reagan Wiebe. And it's 22-12. Lily Sanchez is back in for Kenzie Groundland. Governors trail by 10 here in set 1. Sanchez will serve. Here is Sanchez. Across, nearly got an ace, will get an ace. As it was misplayed from Stemmen. And Sanchez has pulled the Governors within 9, 22-13. Here is Sanchez again to serve. Sanchez back to Stemmen. This time played much better. Set from Kopp. Blocked up, and he stays in. Blocked up Morgan Hunt. And the Governors have picked up 3 straight here, 22-14. They trail by just 8. As Sanchez will serve for another time. That was a hard block there by the Governors as Brandon Valley let it go thinking it was going to go out. That's how hard it was blocked, but it landed about 2 feet in play. So it's 22-14. To the back line, Stemmen. Here's set from Kopp. Grage blocked up again, but played, tipped over at the nets, and it'll be a point for Brandon Valley. And the Governors tried to get a couple of different hits in there, but ended up being a point for Brandon Valley as it rolled away, and it's 23-14. Liz Kopp, the setter, the 5'8 junior. She will serve this time for Brandon Valley. Austin Wiebe. Here is Keenels, dumps it over and dumps it right in the middle of all 6 players. And it's 23-15. The Governors are going to rally here. Brandon Valley just 2 points away from winning the first set as they trail by 8. Here's Maya Keenels. Keenels to the back line. Will be played from Parliament. Grage got it over. Mucho Canals comes in. Keenels now to set for Reese Terwilliger. Stemmen got the dig off the net, but it's still going to go down for a point for the Governors. It was dug out by Stemmen, but it goes off the net and misplayed by Brandon Valley. It's now 23-16. The Governors trail by 7. Mike Keenels will serve again. Also want to say hi to the Keenels family listening out in Minnesota as they're tuning in here this evening. Over by Keenels with a good dig at the net. Terwilliger taps it across. Here's now a chance for Grage. And that one just past the outstretched arm of Reagan Wiebe and down for a point. And it's now 24-16. And it's a set point here for Brandon Valley. The Governors got to get 8 in a row. Brooklyn Grage with the serve. Mucho Canals with the reception. Keenels now for Schleckaway. Dug out by Finch. That goes off the net. It'll be into the Brandon Valley bench. It's now 24-17. So now the Governors get the next one. Just go point by point here. Reagan Wiebe will serve. Try to keep this first set alive. 24-17. Governors trail by 7. It'll be played over Stemmen. Tap to the nets. Played back by Hunt. Over from Kopp. Now here is Terwilliger to set for Wiebe. Got it across. Grage is there though. Set, and now here's Stemmen. Taps it over the net. Keenels have to get it back across on the third hits. Grage towards the net again. Sets. Parliament looking for the first set win, and he gets it right over the top of Maya Keenels. And a first set win for Brandon Valley at 25-17. As we head to set number 2, the Governors trail 1-0. Back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball. Today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Brandon, it is a one-set lead here for the Lynx. As we go through some of the scores, Gorman has already won the top seed. They won 25-13, 25-10, 25-9. They'll face Harrisburg, who advanced in a forfeit. The game that whoever wins this one will face the winner of the other game, that is Huron and Sturgis. 25-8, Huron wins the first set over Sturgis. Washington's got a 25-14 win in set one over Sioux Falls Lincoln. And Aberdeen Central got a 25-14 win over Mitchell in the 5-12 matchup in that first set, as the others are still in their first sets right now. So we'll try and keep you updated as we go in through this evening. As Brandon Valley will get the first serve of set two. Right now the referee talking with Grage and Keenels, the two captains. I'm not sure what the discussion was, but it will be Cassie Ellingson that will serve first for Brandon Valley with a 1-0 lead. Set two just about to begin. So here's Ellingson to serve as Metro Canals to receive. Keenels now to set. There's kind of Schleckaway. That one dug out by Stemmen. On the third hit, Grage just taps it over. Played there from Reagan Wiebe. Keenels is set for Schleckaway. Hard off of the hands of Morgan Hunt and down for a kill for Schleckaway, and it's 1-0. The Governors open up first. Here is Maya Keenels to serve. The senior again trying to get the Governors up to a quick 2-0 start. Be set for Hunt, dug out by Metro Canals. Keenels now for Reese Terwilliger. Blocked up and down, and Terwilliger, you see, kill, and it's 2-0 for the Governors. So Pierre with a quick 2-0 lead. And Maya Keenels again serving to the back line. Stemmen to receive it. Kopp to set. Grage over. Reagan Wiebe, nice play. Here is Terwilliger again trying to get a second kill. Kopp over on the third hit. Here is Keenels now to set for Reagan Wiebe. Off the hands and down, and Reagan Wiebe has got a kill off of Hunt again, and it's quickly 3-0. The Governors have started out with a good start to the second set. Now got to kind of build off of it here. 3-0 lead. Mike Keenels back to serve again. From the top to the bottom of your radio dial. Over. Here is Finch from the back line. Stemmen coming across. Metro Canals is right there. Here is Keenels now for Schleckaway. Tapped over. Finch got it, and Grage keeps it to the middle of the floor. Over from Kopp. Keenels now for Terwilliger to set for Reagan Wiebe. Off the hands. Stemmen comes flying in, able to make the play. Over, but Reagan Wiebe to play again. That one got over, almost going out. Nice diving play from Metro Canals. Here's Wiebe with a chance. Blocked up, stayed in play. Here's Grage over, and that goes out. And it's 4-0 here for the Governors. A good start to this second set. They've got to keep it up. Can't let the foot off the gas here in the second set. You can't let the foot off the gas to the rest of the game here. Here's Mike Keenels again on the serve. It'll be over and played from Hunt. It got blocked up, but Hunt keeps it alive. Over from Kopp. Schleckaway. Here's Keenels now to set for Reagan Wiebe. That one might have been tipped, and it was tipped, and Reagan Wiebe has made it 5-0. So a 5-0 lead for the Pierre Governors. The referee for the referee at the top of the stand had pointed only over at Brandon Valley. Didn't change that it was tipped, so it's now 5-0 here for the Governors in set two. Here's Mike Keenels on the serve. That one goes out, so the streak ends at 5 straight points on the service error from the Governors. But that's a really good start to this second set. Now you've got to play well with Brandon Valley having to side out. As Liz Kopp will serve. Kopp across. Metro Canals is right there. Keenels now. Kaiser coming for the back line. Didn't even get to the net, so it's now 5-2. The Governors cannot allow Brandon Valley. They've got to keep this separation 3 at the fewest. Here is Kopp over, and that one is misplayed from Kaiser, so it's now 5-3. And an ace from Kopp has 3 straight points. And Coach Keenels is going to take the timeout. The Governors had a 5-0 lead, and is now 5-3. Coach Keenels not wasting his time at all on this first timeout of the second set. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Back out of the timeouts. Liz Kopp will serve. The Governors took their first timeouts of the second set. Liz Kopp with a 5-3 Governor lead. Kaiser to receive. Keenels now for Reagan Wiebe. That one is dug out by Stemmen. Nice play over there. Grage. That one blocked up, and it goes down for a point for the Governors. It's now 6-3. Oh, no, it stayed on the Pierce side. So it's now 5-4. I thought that would stay on the Brandon Valley side, but it did get across over the net. And Brandon Valley scored 4 in a row. They're about to erase this 5-0 run for the Governors to start. Here's Mike Keenels now for Terwilliger. Blocked up. That goes out. So the Brandon Valley did not get that 5th straight point. The Governors are now up 6-4. Take a deep breath, Governor fans. It's about to be 5-5 with the Governors. They only lead by 2, but hey, that's a good start right there. Here's Reagan Wiebe. That one, Schleckaway goes back down, got tipped, and it goes back across by Brandon Valley. Keenels at the net, got it tipped, and it'll be a point for Brandon Valley and a net violation. Nope. That was a net violation on Pierre, so it's now 6-5. And Brooklyn Grage will go back to serve. Boy, those are killers as well. Grage. Kaiser to receive. Here is Keenels now to set for Terwilliger. That one got blocked up. Still played, though, by Brandon Valley. They want to get over. Now here's Mutrokanaus. Keenels now to set for Terwilliger. That's down for Reese Terwilliger to get the kill. That's now 7-5. The Governors keep the lead. A 2-point lead here for Pierre. Marquia Mutrokanaus back to serve the senior libero with a 2-point lead. Mutrokanaus across and misplayed, and an ace for Mutrokanaus. And it's now 8-5, a 3-point lead again here for the Governors here in set number 2. Govs are looking to even up this matchup with a set win. They'd make it 1-1. Stemmen to receive the serve, and it comes back. Stemmen got it over, didn't have a net violation. Terwilliger to set over for Kaiser. And she gets called for a double hit violation. And it's now 8-6. Boy, and right now, all the breaks, again, are going Brandon Valley's way. This has been the struggle for Pierre. Every break just seems to never go the way for the Governors. Kaiser, Keenels now to be set for Groundland. And it'll go over, but played back by Grage. At the nets, here is Keenels to set for Terwilliger. Blocked up, Keenels got it over, and Groundland got it across. And the Brandon Valley Lynx misplayed it. A lift is called on Brandon Valley. It's now 9-6. I don't know how Kenzie Groundland was able to get the reaction time to hit it over the net after Keenels somehow had the reaction time to actually get a piece of it, too. And it caught Brandon Valley off guard. Grage pretty much caught the ball, thinking there was no way that could have came across legally, but it did. And the Governors taking a 9-6 lead. Awesome. Maybe the good serve, pushing Finch to the boundary line. Mutrokanaus with a good dig. Keenels now to set for Kaiser. Got it blocked up, but Reagan Wiebe's right there. Keenels now trying to go back to the corner. Finch at the net. Tapped across. The net violation is going to be called on Brandon Valley, so the Governors finally get something to go their way. A net violation on Brandon Valley, and the lead's back up to 4, 10-6 here in the second set. Austin Wiebe to the back line. Stemmen at the net. Somehow got it over. Nope, it was on the other side of the antenna, so it goes out, and it's now 11-6, and the Governors are back up by 5, and Coach Grage wants to take her first timeouts of the night. Governors lead 11-6 here in set 2, trying to even it up in a set apiece. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. It is a 11-6 lead for the Pierre Governors as Coach Grage took her first time out trying to rally the troops. The Governors are trying to continue as it was all the way down to a 7-6 game. The Governors have not trailed in this set, has not been tied other than 0-0. So 11-6 here. The Governors have the lead here in set number 2 as they lead by 5. Also, Wiebe will serve to reset and get going with the second set. Wiebe to the back line. Grage to receive. Cop to set, and then down from Ellingson and a kill. At the timeout, Brandon Valley takes advantage of it. As is Cassie Ellingson with that kill. Stengel will check back in, and it's now 11-7. Brandon Valley trailing by 4 with the serve for Stengel. Parliament checks out for Stengel. On the serve, Kaiser to receive. Keenholz now to set for Kaiser. Tapped right over the top of the wall, and Kaiser gets it to fall down. And it's 12-7. The Governors are back up by 5. As we start to get to the middle part of the set, again, the Governors want to continue to control by 5. Kaiser on the serve. Got it right back over. Now here's Wiebe, set by Keenholz. Put it across, but it did not go down. Finch played it. Blocked up Ellingson's chance. Now here is Reagan Wiebe for Keenholz for Reagan Wiebe. That landed out. Boy, that was really, really close. And it's now 12-8. Boy, that one was very close to staying in, but it does go out. So now here is Taylor Stemmen to serve. Wiebe to receive. Keenholz now to set for Growlin. Over and down. And Kenzie Growlin makes it 13-8. Nice spot there picked out from Growlin. And they lead by 5 again. Lily Sanchez is back in to serve. A 13-8 lead here in set 2 for the Pierre Governors, trying to even up the matchup here tonight. Sanchez on the serve. That one goes out from Sanchez, and it's 13-9, a service error from the Governors. Brandon Valley won the first set 25-17. The Governors are trying to return the favor in the second set and then make it a best of 3. Over from Ellingson. Mucho Canals. Keenholz got it over, and it's going to go down by Keenholz to get the kill, and it's now 14-9. Nice play from Brandon Valley, just didn't have enough to get it back across, and the lead is 5. And a sub coming in as Terwilliger is back in for Austin Wiebe. Here's Mike Keenholz, the senior. A 5-point lead. Finch to receive. Cop to set, and then down for a kill for Brooklyn Grange, and it's now 14. The Governors don't want to be content right now, but you're more than happy if you're going to keep trading points right now back and forth. You don't want anybody getting on a run. Well, you're going to get in favor of a set 2 win, but you can't expect that to happen here for the next 20 points. Keenholz keeps it alive off the net, and Schleckaway had it blocked up by Hunt, but it stays on the side of Brandon Valley. So it looked like it was about to be back-to-back points for Brandon Valley, but the Governors will get the point. It's now 15-10. Here's Reagan Wiebe on the serve. That one's an ace for Reagan Wiebe. It's 16-10. The Govs lead by 6. We'll see what Coach Graves wants to do, how quickly she will use that second timeout with her team trailing by 6. Not quite yet. Wiebe on the serve. Parliament reception. That one's going to go for another ace. And then back-to-back aces for Wiebe. 3 in a row for Pierre, and it's now 17-10. The Govs lead by 7. So here is Reagan Wiebe to serve again. Grage nearly almost got a double hit violation. Over from Parliament. Keenholz keeps it alive to Williger. Now for Kaiser. Off the net and down for Kaiser to get a kill. And it's 18-10. The Governors lead by 8 here in set 2. 7 to go here before they get that second set win. Reagan Wiebe over. Stemmen slides in to make the play. Parliament. Mucho Canals with the dig. Reagan Wiebe on the second hit. Now here's Keenholz over across to the third hit. Cop will set. Parliament a chance. Mucho Canals dug it out. Schleckaway over and down for Schleckaway with the kill. It is 19-10. And Coach Grange has to use that second timeout. A 9-point lead for the Governors. They're getting a standing O from the fans here in attendance. 19-10 lead for the Governors here in set 2. The second timeout used by Coach Grange back in 30 seconds. You listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. 19-10 is their score. The Governors lead by 9 here in set 2. John Winkler here on this Thursday evening. Governors are looking to tie up the match here at one set apiece. Sets, Hunt, tipped, and then down for Morgan Hunt to get a kill. And it's now 19-11. The Governors lead by 8 here in set 2. They can't get complacent. They still got to get those 6 points here to even up the sets. Grage over Reagan Wiebe to receive. Keenol's now for Terwilliger. Off the hands and down. Reese Terwilliger with a kill, and it's 20-11. The Governors lead by 9 here in set 2. Again, Brandon Valley won the first set 25-17. Morkia Mucho-Knaus will serve. An 8-point or 9-point lead for the Governors. In the middle of the net, Parliament. That one goes down for a kill. And it's now 20-12. Governors were sewn out for the block, didn't get it, and nobody was over in that corner, far right corner from your radio dial, and it's now 20-12. As it is Abby Finch to serve. Kaiser to receive. Keenol's now set for Terwilliger. That one goes out as 20-13. Was not touched by the Lynx. So back-to-back points here for Brandon Valley. They trail by 7. 20-13 here in set 2. Here is Abby Finch again to serve. Kaiser to receive. Keenol's now to set for Kenzie Groundland. Over and down. Kenzie Groundland, a perfect spot for that one. And it's 21-13. She's had a couple of those here in the second set. Just perfect placement. Didn't do too much. Just hit it where they're not. In the old baseball term, hit it where they ain't. And that's what Kenzie Groundland has done a couple times. Austin Wiebe on the serve. Stemmen receive. Now here's a chance on the far side for Ellingson. Dug out, though, by Wiebe. Groundland going across. Tipped and played from Parliament. Comp. And that goes in the net from Stemmen. And it's now 22-13. The Governors have opened back up to a 9-point lead on back-to-back points. And again, you still can't get complacent because you're up by 9 and you're 3 points away from a second set win. You've got to go out and get those next 3 points. Finch. Here's Grage across. Mucho-Knaus, Austin Wiebe, and Reagan Wiebe across off the net, but Grage is there to play. Cop to set. Ellingson, that one goes out, and it's 23-13. No tip. Coach Grage was wanting it, didn't get it. A 10-point lead for the Governors. 23-13 here in set 2. Austin Wiebe on the serve. Finch to receive. Here's a chance on the far side. Ellingson will get the kill, and it's 23-14. So the lead is now trimmed to 9. But again, the Governors are 2 points away from evening this up. 1 set apiece. As it will be Stengel back to serve. Trailing by 9 in set 2. Here is Stengel. Austin Wiebe to receive. Keenol's over across, but Finch to play. Grage from all the way in the back corner. Over. Groundland blocked it up, and it came straight down, and Ellingson had no chance for it. And it's now 24-14, set point for the Governors. And Avery Kaiser can send the Governors into set 3, tied up, 1 set apiece. Kaiser on the serve. It'll be played across, tipped. Mucho-Knaus, great dig. Keenol's now to set for Reagan Wiebe. That goes into the nets, and was touched by Brandon Valley. Governors had a chance, but it goes too far away from the Govs, and it's now 24-15. So again, Brandon Valley has to score another 9 points in a row to keep the second set alive. Stemmen here on the serve. Mucho-Knaus to receive. Keenol's now to set. Wiebe a chance to end this one. Blocked up. Wiebe, they'll play it again. Keenol's goes into the net. And it's 24-15. The lead is, 24-16. And the lead is 8 here in the second set. Stemmen again to serve. Over, just barely over the net. Reagan Wiebe to play. Keenol's back for Mucho-Knaus. Stemmen, Kopp, Ellingson. That goes out, and the Governors win set 2, 25-16. We are all tied up here in Brandon after 2 sets. Brandon wins the first one, 25-17. The Governors win set 2, 25-16. Back in 2 minutes with a pivotal third set. You listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR. Today is KCCR.com. you back here. As we welcome you back here to Brandon, it is a 25-16 win in set 2 for the Pierre Governors. It is 1-1 as we head to set 3. The Governors will get the first serve as they will try and take a 2-1 lead. Governors lost the first one 25-17. They won the second one 25-16. Brandon Valley only had 6 kills in that second set. That's an impressive pace there for the Pierre Governors, and they hope they can kind of keep that up here into set number 3. Governors are looking for that 11-6 update. The only other upset, I should say, the only other update that we have so far through 2 sets, Huron's got a 2-0 lead over Sturgis. They won 25-12 in that second set. They're well on their way to a state tournament berth, and the Governors would play them in the first round if they get the upset win here tonight. Off the first serve of set 3, blocked up from the Governors off of Alex's hit, but it goes out of play. So the Lynx will start this third set with a lead. The Governors never trailed in that second set. They opened up a 5-0 lead. It went to 5-4, but the Governors, that was the only time it was tied, was 0-0. Governors led the rest of the way. Here, Brandon Valley takes a 1-0 lead in set 3. Taylor Stemmen to serve. Be over from Austin Wiebe. Here is Maya Keenels to set for Schleckway. Tips and Stemmen to play it back. That'll be Grage a chance off the net and down. And Grage gets the help of the net, and it's a 2-0 now lead for Brandon Valley. So the Governors, and that's the tricky thing about volleyball, is the Governors had all that momentum after that second set win, but you get 3 minutes in between each set, and all of a sudden the momentum kind of dies a little bit, and Brandon Valley has opened up a 2-0 lead. They're trying to snatch the momentum here early on in this third set. Here is Stemmen with the serve. That goes into the net, though. So just like that, the Governors get that first point without even having to do anything. That's 2-1. And they trail with Mike Keenels going back to serve. Keenels from the top to the bottom. A little bit of a knuckleball coming across. Got it set from Kopp, blocked down, but it stays on the Pierre Governor side. So a kill for Brandon Valley, and they lead now 3-1. As Cassie Ellingson, the 6-foot junior, is back to serve for the Lynx. Winner to the state tournament will most likely face Huron in the first round next Thursday. Reagan Wiebe thought she could play from below the shoulders, but had to put the arms up and didn't give herself enough time. So it's now an ace and a 4-1 lead for Brandon Valley. Here's Ellingson again on the serve. Reagan Wiebe to receive that one. Keenels over from Terwilliger. Stemmen. Here is Kopp to set for Grage across. Reagan Wiebe is there. Keenels now to set for Terwilliger. That one is down in the corner for Terwilliger, and it's 4-2. It'll be a kill for the freshman Reese Terwilliger. That front line here for the Governors in Schluckaway, Terwilliger, and Kaiser. All 3 of those girls will be back next year and for the next couple of years. Reagan Wiebe, a senior, looking to keep her career alive here at Riggs High School. On the serve, Grage got it blocked, but it did not go back across the net. So Brooklyn Grage with the big kill. It's now 5-2. Liz Kopp, she will serve. The setter across, Kaiser to receive. Keenels back for Kaiser, got it over the net, just barely enough. Kopp at the net, and it's going to be a point for the Governors. A illegal hit from Brandon, and it's now 5-3. And Brandon Valley losing a lot of their student section right now. They're all walking away as most of those guys are football guys. They're getting ready for practice tonight. I overheard that being talked about. Metro Canals with the dig at the net. Kaiser got across, but it came back from Brandon Valley, and it goes down for a point for the Lynx, and it's now 6-3. Brandon Valley football team, they're in the 11 AAA championship on Saturday. But here is Grage to serve. That one stays in from Grage. Governor thought it was going out, but it is an ace for Grage, and Coach Casey Keenels will take a timeout. 7-3 Lynx lead here in set number 3. Back in 30 seconds. You'll listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball. Today is KCCR, and today is KCCR.com. 7-3, Brandon Valley leads here in set 3. Pivotal set 3 as both teams have won the first 2 sets. And the Lynx with a 4-point lead will serve. Grage out of timeout. Kaiser to receive. Keenels now to set for Groundland. Got it across. Cop to play. Over from Stemmen on the third hit. Reagan Weeby backpedaled to get a piece of it. Keenels is set for Kaiser. Dug out though by Finch. Cop now a chance. That one goes out from Stemmen. And the Governors pick up that point right out of the timeout. And it's now 7-4. Austin Weeby is back in for Reese Terwilliger. And Austin Weeby will serve. 3-point lead here for Brandon Valley. Austin Weeby on the serve. Grage to receive. Over from Stemmen. That one is out. And it's now 7-5. So the Governors pick up back-to-back points. That's a big misplay there from Stemmen just on the sideline, but it goes out. Austin Weeby on the next serve. Finch to receive. Now here's Morgan Hunt. Dug out by Mucho Knaus, but couldn't get all of it. And it's now 8-5 as it's a kill for Morgan Hunt. 3-point lead for Brandon Valley here as Hunt will take a seat. Finch is back to serve. Parliament is back in, as well as Ellingson. Here's Keenels. Got it across it down by Keenels. We'll get the kill, and it's now 8-6. It's a big point there from the senior. Avery Kaiser will go back to serve. Down by 2. Kaiser on the serve. Finch. It'll be played to the far side. Dugouts by Reagan Weeby, Austin Weeby. Now here's Kaiser. Got a tip of Finch to play for the Lynx. Stemmen. Tip to the net. Mucho Knaus diving in. Keenels just set for Reagan Weeby. Off the net, but Grange got a piece of it. Here is over, and that one got blocked up. That one's over and out from Brandon Valley. And the Governors have pulled within 1, 8-7. That net battle. Right now, the Governors are winning that net battle. Here is Kaiser again on the serve. Over Finch. Set at the net. Parliament tipped over, but Austin Weeby is right there. Now it's over from Reagan Weeby to the cross court. Cop to set it over. Austin Weeby came diving across to play it back across. Here's Stemmen. That one stays just barely in from Taylor Stemmen. And a kill for Brandon Valley, and Governors just couldn't quite tie it up on that point, but they still trail by just 2, 9-7 here in this third set. Brandon Valley won the first one, 25-17. The Governors won the next one, 25-16. Here is Jenna Stengel on the serve. Austin Weeby. Here is Maya Keenels now for Reagan Weeby. Tipped at the net. Finch, nice sliding play. Stemmen. That one is down for a kill for Taylor Stemmen. Back-to-back points for Stemmen. And it's now 10-7. A 3-point lead. Again for the Lynx. Jenna Stengel to serve. Mucho Knaus receives. Here is Keenels across. Groundland keeps it up in the air. Got it across the net. Cop to set. Ellingson tipped it over the net. Keenels now to set it back for Reagan Weeby. That one's down for a Reagan Weeby kill. And it's 10-8. And the Governors have pulled back within 2. Lily Sanchez in for Kenzie Groundland. Schleckway is in for Mucho Knaus. So here is Sanchez now, the sophomore to serve. A 10-8 lead. Sanchez on the serve. Grage receives over from Ellingson. That's out, and it's now 10-9. The Governors have pulled back within 1. Trying to tie it up here in the middle of the third set. Again, the winner goes to the state tournaments. Next Thursday, there'll be the third match of the day. Sanchez on the serve. Over. Schleckway keeps it up in the air. Austin Weeby, they're looking for a lift, didn't get it. So now here is Kopp. That one tipped. Austin Weeby high in the air. Reagan Weeby now to set. Keenels gets it across in the third hit. Grage, Kopp to set for Stemmen. Tapped over the net. Mike Keenels to play it. Schleckway. Now here's Reagan Weeby. Across. Finch. Nice sliding play. Grage from the back line got over. Sanchez is there. Keenels now to set for Kaiser coming in. That's down for an Avery Kaiser kill. And it's 10-10. And we're squared in set 3. Brandon Valley thought it was going out. Kaiser put it right in the corner. And we're tied 10-10. Here is Sanchez on the serve. Finch. It'll be over from Grage. Sanchez. Keenels now to set for Reagan Wiebe. Give the Governors the lead. That's blocked up. Comes across and goes out. As the Governors have taken 11-10 lead. Their first lead here in set 3. Here is Sanchez again with a serve. They lead 11-10 to the Governors. That one's over. It is ace for Sanchez. It's 12-10. Coach Beach not taking a timeout yet. Both teams have not used a timeout here in set 3. The Governors lead 12-10. And it will be a timeout right as Sanchez is about ready to get set to serve. 12-10 Governors lead here in set 3. All squared at 1 set apiece. Back in 30 seconds. You listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball. Today is KCCR and today is KCCR.com. Governors have a 12-10 lead here in set 3. We are tied at 1 set apiece. It was Brandon Valley, the 25-17 win in set 1. The Governors won 25-16 in set 2. Governors led until they took that 11-10 lead here in set 3. Now they lead 12-10. Coach Grage took her first time out. And here is a chance for the Pierre Governors. As they lead 12-10, Lily Sanchez will serve with a 2-point lead. Sanchez across. He played from Stengel. It'll be over from Stemmen. Sanchez is right there. Keenels now set for Schleckway. Got it across, but Stemmen to play. Kopp over. Also, Wiebe high up in the air. Missed all the rafters. So here's a chance for Kaiser on the set from Keenels, but dug out by Finch. It'll be over from Stemmen. Blocked up, but not over the net quite yet, and over from Brandon Valley. Now here's Keenels is set for Schleichway. Taps it over. Schleichway goes down with a kill, and it's 13-10. The Governors lead by 3 here in set 3. Their largest lead of the set. A 13-10 advantage. Here's Lily Sanchez again to serve. Sanchez over, Finch to receive. It'll be played over. Ellingson goes down with a kill, and they end that run, but the Governors still lead 13-11 here in this third set. As Taylor Stemmen is back to serve for the Lynx. They trail by 2, 13-11 here in set number 3. Stemmen from the left side, from the bottom of the top of your dial. That goes into the nets, and another service error from Brandon Valley, and it's now 14-11. And again, the Governors, whoever wins this game, will go on to face the winner of Huron and Sturgis. Huron was up 2-0. They were leading in set 3. They're most likely going to sweep the Sturgis Scoopers. As it'll be set for Grage. Over and out from Grage, and it's now 15-11. Governors have a 4-point lead, their largest lead again here in this third set. Maya Keenels to serve to the back corner. Here's a chance. And down. Ellingson got blocked up, and it's down for a point for the Governors, and it's 16-11. A 5-point lead here for Pierre in this third set. And Maya Keenels again will serve. How's that Keenels household in Minnesota, the Minnesota Keenels family? They're probably having themselves a good time right now. Listen to this game. Here is Grage. Blocked up again by the Governors, and down to the 17-11. A 6-point lead for Pierre in set 3. The 11 seed right now, up over the 6 seed. Keenels, hard serve. That one nearly hits the line, just barely goes out. Maybe the adrenaline got to Maya Keenels a little bit, so it's now 17-12, but the Governors still lead by 5. And here again, you're okay to trade points back and forth to get this third set win. Ellingson on the serve. Keenels now to set for Schleckaway, and that one goes off the net. Schleckaway was too close to where Keenels set the ball, so it's now 17-13, and back-to-back points here for Brandon Valley. That's the last thing you want to have happen is the Lynx go on a run here. Here is Cassie Ellingson again on the serve. It'll be played from Reagan Wiebe. Keenels now for Terwilliger. That one is out from Terwilliger, and it's now 17-14, so it's 3 straight points. Coach Keenol's, last time Brandon Valley was inching closer on a 5-point lead, took a timeout. It worked out well before they had it tied. Cassie Ellingson on the serve. Mucho Canals to receive. Here's a chance for Reagan Wiebe. Blocked up, but still played here from the Governors. Kaiser gets it over in the third hit. So a good play there by the Governors to keep it alive. Here is Grage. Tapped over. Keenol's is right there. Here is Terwilliger now for Wiebe. Got it blocked up over from Grage. And then here's a chance now for Schleckaway, but a net violation called on Keenol's. A two-hit violation called on Keenol's. So it's now 17-15. And here is Ellingson again to serve. A 2-point lead for Pierre over Brandon Valley. Here's Mike Keenol's now for Schleckaway. Tipped to the net, but played from Ellingson. Set for Hunt. That one goes in. A net violation going to be called on Pierre. It went out by Hunt, but a net violation called on the Governors. And it's now 17-16. Oh, boy, that is a backbreaker right there. The Governors are about to be back up by 3, when instead now it's a 1-point lead for the Governors, and Brandon Valley has a chance to tie. They were just down by 5, and it's now a 1-point game. Ellingson the serve. Reagan Wiebe to receive. Keenol's now for Schleckaway. Blocked up and down, and it's 17-17. You got to think Coach Keenol's, she's going to take that timeout, so both teams will be down to 1 timeout here in this third set. We're tied up at 17 here in set 3. Back in 30 seconds. You'll listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR. Today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Brandon, it is a final out in Huron. It was a 3-set win for the Tigers. As the other game right now, the 3 sets in, Aberdeen Central leads Mitchell 2-1. Mitchell won the second set, but Aberdeen Central came back and won 25-5 in that third set. Here is Mike Keenol's across, and it'll be played from the back line. The third hit, got to get it over. Ellingson does. Mucho Canals. Here is Keenol's now to set for Reagan Wiebe. That was blocked and it goes out, and the Governors have reclaimed the lead, 18-17. Boy, that's a huge, huge point for the Governors to end that run that Brandon Valley was on. Reagan Wiebe on the serve. Grage comes across the plate at the nets. Hunt gets it over. Keenol slide to make the play to Williger. Here's Reagan Wiebe. That one goes too far, and we're tied back up at 18. Here in this third set. Again, pivotal third set. If you win this one, the momentum is on your side because you're up 2-1. You just need to win one of the next 2 and put the pressure on the other team to having to win both of them. As Kopp will serve. Kaiser to receive. Keenol's is set for Terwilliger. Blocked up. Terwilliger gets it back. Keenol's down to the corner and played from Stemmen. Now here is Parliament. Nice dig there from Keenol's. High up in the air. Terwilliger. Wiebe across. Stemmen, now Kopp to set for Hunt. Blocked out by Schleckaway and down. McKenna Schleckaway with a big block. And it's 19-18. The lead is back to 1 for Pierre. Sanchez is out as Gronlund is in. Mucho Canals is back to serve. 19-18. A 1-point lead here for Pierre in this third set. Across from Mucho Canals. Kopp, it'll be over from Finch. Nice play from Reagan Wiebe, but couldn't keep it near. That one was close to going out, but, of course, where I'm sitting up here, it was nowhere near to be able to see how close that actually was. Reagan Wiebe tried to make that play, but it goes too far away, and it's now 19-19. Here is Grage on the serve. Kaiser to receive to Williger. Now here is Gronlund. Over and down. Gronlund again has not hit the ball hard all night, but she's put it in the right spot multiple times here tonight, and it's now 20-19, the Governors lead. I don't know if Gronlund's really put an entire swing into a ball yet, but she's got herself a couple of kills by just putting ball placement here, and the Governors win or lead 20-19. Here is Hunt. That one was blocked up. Kaiser kept it alive, but then a late whistle, and a lift is called, and it's now 20-20. Here is Finch now to serve. It is 20-20 here in this third set. Mucho Canals to receive. Keno's now grounding over and got tipped. Somehow that's going to be a 4-hit violation. Nope, I guess it wasn't. Keno's got it over, got blocked up. Reagan Wiebe. Now here's Austin Wiebe to the back corner. Finch. Kaiser to play. Here's Keno's now to set for Groundland. Block to the nets. Back over Finch at the third hit. Groundland goes down. That stays in for a point for Kinsey Groundland. That might have been her hardest hit, but it lands on the line, and the Governors lead 21-20. It was nearly a point for the Governors. I thought it hit the ground. I thought they had a 4-hit violation to Brandon Valley, but the Governors kept it going. Brandon Valley kept it going, and Groundland gets a point, 21-20. Kaiser to serve. Stemmen to receive. Kopp to set over from the far side for Ellingson. Tip to the net, play from Metro Canals. Wiebe over the net, down for a point for Reagan Wiebe, and it's 22-20. Head coach Grange is going to take her second and final timeout of this third set. Boy, oh boy, do we got a fun finish to this third set upcoming. 22-20, the Governors lead by 2. Back in 30 seconds, you'll listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Out of the timeout, the Governors lead by 2, 22-20. Here in this third set. Governors still have one timeout left. Here is Avery Kaiser on the serve. It'll be received by Stemmen. Set, Ellingson blocked up. Nice dig there by Metro Canals. Here is Reagan Wiebe for the corner, and that one goes out, and it's 22-21. This is a very important third set to get here for either one of these teams. 22-21, the Governors lead by 1 here in this third set. It is Jenna Stengel to serve. You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Austin Wiebe to receive. Keenels now for Reagan Wiebe. Over. That one just goes out. That is 22-22. Barely out. And it is now tied at 22. Game of inches. That one missed by just maybe an inch or so. Stengel on the serve. Austin Wiebe the reception. Groundland over, but play from Stemmen. Kopp to set. Grange coming for the back line. Off the net, play from Avery Kaiser. Here is now Keenels is set for Reagan Wiebe across, and that one goes out as well. And it's now a 1-point lead here for Brandon Valley, 23-22. Governor's got to find a way here. They led by 2 just before the timeout. Now 3 in a row for Brandon Valley has put them within 2 of winning this third set. Staying on the serve. Austin Wiebe to receive. Keenel's got it over in the second hit. Now here's a chance for Stemmen. Blocked up, but play from Finch. Grange. Now here is Stemmen. Tapped over the net. Austin Wiebe to play. Here's Maya Keenels now for Reagan Wiebe. Off the net and played from Kopp. Stemmen taps over the nets. Austin Wiebe is there. Keenels on the bump set for Kaiser. That one's too hard. It's now 24-22. And Coach Keenels will take that timeout. Oh, they say they don't have any. I thought they've only used one of their 2 timeouts, but they used both of them. So now here is set points on the serve. Austin Wiebe to receive. Keenels comes flying in. Kaiser on a desperation heave. Can't get it over. And it's 25-22 in set 3 for Brandon Valley. And the Governors have got to find a way to get this fourth set to keep this one alive. 25-22 in set 3. Brandon Valley takes a 2-1 lead. Back in 2 minutes. Listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Back here for the starts of the fourth sets. The Governors have got to win this one. The season cut is on the line now. Brandon Valley won the first one 25-17. Pierre came back to win 25-16. Brandon Valley won the last one 25-22, scoring 5 straight to take that third set. And now we are set for this fourth set, and the Governors have got to send it to that fifth in the deciding set. Stengel will start with the serve. Austin Wiebe on the reception. That goes all the way into the bleachers, and it's 1-0 on an ace for Stengel to open up this fourth set. Don't forget, we'll have NFL football for you right here on today's KCCR after we are done, as it will be the Tennessee Titans and Indianapolis Colts. And that game will get started here shortly. We'll give you some volleyball updates here in just a little bit. Keenol's on the set for Schleckway, dug out by Grage. Over and down from Kopp, and it's quickly 2-0 here for Brandon Valley. And the Governors right now, they can't lay down here. You can't let Brandon Valley just take it from you. You got to this point for a reason. You almost had game 3 for a reason. Can't let that deter you here in this fourth set. Here is Maya Keenol's. It'll be over. Avery Kaiser. Grage now set at the net. Ellingson, good dig there. Nope, not a full dig from Metro Canals, and it's 3-0. And Coach Keenol's will take that first time out. Don't want to let it get too far out of reach here. 3-0 only right now. The Governors trail here in the fourth set. Back in 30 seconds. Just Pierre Governor Volleyball. Today is KCCR, and today is KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Brandon, there are now 5 teams that have advanced to the state tournament. O'Gorman has already won. They won 3-0. Harrisburg won by forfeit. Huron already won by 3-0 over Sturgis. Roosevelt and Watertown each with a sweep over Brookings and Yankton respectively, as those 2 teams are now in the state tournament. Here we're in the fourth set, and the Governors are trying to overcome a 3-0 deficit right now, as it will be over from Stemmen on the third hit, but play from Kaiser. Keenol's now to set for Wiebe. Tapped over the net. Back at the net and over from Brandon Valley. Here is Mike Keenol's. Kaiser coming in for the back line. Played from Stengel. Set from Kopp. Stemmen got it blocked up. And then Schleckwig will get a double hit violation. And it's now 4-0. Governors have just one timeout left. Keenol's took it after a 3-0 deficit. Here is Stengel. Here in this 4-0 lead in the fourth set. Austin Wiebe on the reception, gets it right back over. Grage tipped over. Nope, did not tip it over from Kopp. As Ellingson got it over. Schleckway trying to get a chance for a kill. Got dug out from Stengel. Back over. Keenol's got it across. The play Kopp at the nets, and it's going to go down for a Pierre Governor point. And it's now 4-1. Had 2 players battle for it with Schleckway and Kopp, and Schleckway gets the win of that point. So it's now 4-1. The Governors have got their first point here in set 4. By Keenol's Abby Finch to receive. Here is a Grage. Metro Canals. Keenol's has that one to Williger. How there wasn't a 2-hit violation, and there is going to be a two-hit violation. I mean, that bounced around 3 different times on those 2 players right at the net from Brandon Valley. It took a little while, but the late whistle is still a good whistle for the Governors, and it's now 4-2. Short serve from Keenol's. Finch to play. Up high in the air, Grage will get it across. Here comes Reagan Wiebe sliding at the net. Grage kind of had everybody backing up, and then just the net, and Reagan Wiebe had taken that last step back and had to come back in and couldn't make that play, so it's now 5-2. Lead is 3 for Brandon Valley again here in this fourth set. Stemmen on the serve. Metro Canals. Over from Metro Canals as it came back to her. Kopp to receive to set. Ellingson couldn't get it over, or got it over. The Governors couldn't get it back up in the air. Reagan Wiebe gets called for the lift, although she hit it once, so was just trying to keep it up, but it's now 6-2. The Governors are down by 4 here in this fourth set. Stemmen Kaiser rolled up the arm off the bottom of the chin, and it's now 7-2. Remy Price will check in for Avery Kaiser. So now Price is in with a 5-point lead for Brandon Valley. Taylor Stemmen on the serve. Mucho Canals to receive. Keenol's now over from Price. Good job there from Remy Price to come over for the third hit. Grage off the net, dug out by Mucho Canals. Keenol's now to set for Reagan Wiebe. That dug out by Stemmen. Grage over. Keenol's. Now here's Mucho Canals. Reagan Wiebe. And Stemmen again with a dig. Set from Kopp, over the net from Kopp. Schleckway got it back across. Finch, now here's Kopp to set again for Ellingson. Got tip of the net, played for Mucho Canals. Now here's Terwilliger off the arms and down for Reese Terwilliger to get a kill. And it's now 7-3. Avery Kaiser is back in for Price. And she's back to the front of the net. Well, that front row is Reagan Wiebe now will serve. 4-point lead for Brandon Valley here in set 4. Wiebe on the serve. Stengel to receive a Kopp. Ellingson, that's down for a kill. Might have got tipped in the way over for Mucho Canals, but no chance for Marquia Mucho Canals. So it's now 8-3. A 5-point lead again for Brandon Valley. Here in this fourth set, Governors have to win this one. They're down 2-1. They have to win it and force that fifth set. Ellingson the serve, Mucho Canals to receive. Aquino is now Schleckway over at the net and played. And Grage on the third hit. Schleckway. Wiebe coming from the back line. Stemmen misplayed the dig, and it's going to land for a point for the Governors. Over near where Coach Jeff Schleckway is out watching his daughter play. He'll be on the sideline tomorrow evening as a Pierre Governor football team. Be playing the Class 11 AA state championship game. Here's Marquia Mucho Canals on the serve. Just over the net, and that's down for an ace for Mucho Canals. That's a big point for the Governors. It's now 8-5. Back-to-back points here for Pierre. They trail by 3. Nice serve there from the senior libero. And Coach Keenels will take her second and final timeout here. So it's a 3-point lead here for Brandon Valley, and Coach Keenels is taking her second and final timeout of this fourth set. We'll take one with her here. Back in 30 seconds. You'll listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. It is an 8-5 lead for Brandon Valley. We're one of just 2 games left here in AA. Washington has won. They swept Sioux Falls Lincoln. Aberdeen Central, they're out to win. They did just win over Mitchell in 3-1. So all the top seeds have advanced so far. Brandon Valley, the Governors are looking to be the only team under the 8 seed to advance to the state tournament. Marquia Mucho Canals will serve. On the serve, Stemmen to receive. It'll be over from Hunt. Keenels for Terwilliger, and it's went on the other side of the antenna. And it's now 9-5 by Keenels. Was questioning that call, but the referee here in the corner with the flag said it went either off the antenna or on the wrong side of the antenna. Kopp will serve. Here is Keenels now to Williger. I don't know how she's going to get it over the net, but she does. Keeps it in play. Kopp over from Hunt. Reagan Wiebe one hand. Gronlund put it in the net, trying to get it right over, and it's now 10-5. All of a sudden, Brandon Valley is back up to a 5-point lead. And again, Coach Keenels, Pierre Governors have no timeouts left in this fourth set. Coach Grage has 2 timeouts. Kaiser, they'll come back for Kaiser. Dug out by Stemmen. At the net, Kopp keeps it up in the air. Hunt over. And then off the arms of Reagan Wiebe, is down. It's now 11-5, and the lead is 6. 11-5 lead here for Brandon Valley in set number 4. Liz Kopp to serve. Just over the nets and an ace. As Reagan Wiebe didn't get there in time, so it's now 12-5. Addie Cumbo, the junior, is going to check in for Reagan Wiebe. She'll come into the game for the first time here tonight. Yeah, expect a serve coming either to Kaiser or Cumbo. On the serve, it'll come to Cumbo. Reception. Keenholz now for Kaiser. And over, stem into play. Kopp set for Grage. Blocked up, goes out though from Pierre. And it's now 13-5. An 8-point lead for Brandon Valley, and the Governors have got to find it somewhere here. They're down by 8 in set 4. It'll be Kopp over. Kaiser, Keenholz now to send it back for Kaiser. That's a hard hit, but dug out by Finch. And now here is Grage over, and Kaiser couldn't get to it. And it's now 14-5. And the lead is up to 9. Liz Kopp again, the setter to serve. Middle of the floor for Kaiser. Keenholz now for Terwilliger. Stemmen. Here is now Kopp for Parliament, but dug out by Maya Keenholz. Cumbo over the third hits. That's going to be misplayed by Brandon Valley. And Addie Cumbo will get the point for Pierre. So it's now 14-6. The Governors trail by 8. Austin Wiebe is in a serve. A couple of aces here would be pretty good for this Pierre Governor team. Finch over from Hunt and out. That is now 14-7. So here's Austin Wiebe to serve again. On the serve, that's misplayed, an ace for Austin Wiebe, and it's now 14-8. As the Governors will pull within 6. 14-8 lead here for Brandon Valley in set 4. Austin Wiebe on the serve, stemming to receive. It'll be over from Grage. That one stays in and goes off the line. And it's now 15-8. And a 7-point lead here for the Lynx. That one's off the net. Cumbo. Here is Maya Keenholz for Gronlin. That's a hard hit. Over from Brandon Valley from Hunt. Goes back for Hunt again. Keenholz now for Kaiser. Just barely over, and it lands in the middle of the floor for Avery Kaiser to get a kill. That one did not have the steam that she usually has on it, but it goes for a point either way, and it's now 15-9. The Governors, they trail by 6 in this 4th set. Kaiser across, Grage. It is now Stemmen a chance. That is out, and it's now 15-10. A 5-point lead here for Brandon Valley. Avery Kaiser. Grage. Over from Parliament. Here's Austin Wiebe and Mutual Canals. Hunt, Stemmen, now a chance, blocked up. Mutual Canals again. Keenholz now to set it for Gronlin. Over the net, and that goes out. And it's now 16-10. And Brandon Valley leads by 6 here in this 4th set. Abby Finch on the serve. Mutual Canals. Keenholz over and down by Keenholz, makes it 16-11. Lily Sanchez will check in and will serve. Here's Sanchez, the sophomore. That goes in the net, 17-11. 6-point lead again for Brandon Valley. Here this 4th set. Jenna Stengel. Stengel to serve. Kaiser misplayed. It's now an ace, and it's 18-11. A 7-point lead for Brandon Valley. Stengel will serve again. Austin Wiebe. Here is Maya Keenholz to set for Schleckaway. Over. Grage, though, played. Set for Stemmen. Got over the net. Also, we need to play Kaiser back for Keenholz. Over the corner, barely in, but play from Finch. Now here's Stemmen. Tip to the net. Schleckway kept it alive, but then was hit out of play. Too hard from the Governors. It's now 19-11. Had Kaiser, Wiebe, Schleckway slid in. All of them are right there, but the Governors failed to get it over the nets. As now Wiebe set from Keenholz for Schleckway. And a point for a four-hit violation. That looked like it was touched by Brandon Valley, but it was not. So it's now 20-11. And Brandon Valley is 5 points away here from advancing to the state tournaments. Stengel again on the serve. Kaiser to receive. Keenholz to set for Schleckway. That's down for Schleckway to get a kill, and it's 20-12. So now the Governors have got to rattle off a lot of points here. They trail by 8 here in set 4. They've got to rattle off everything that they can here. You don't want Brandon Valley getting to 24 before you do. But it's going to take a lot as Keenholz will serve. Finch to receive. Kopp over towards the nets. And it's a four-hit violation on Brandon Valley. So it's now 20-13. So the lead is now 7. Mike Keenholz again will serve. 7-point lead. Finch to receive. Over from Stamen. And here is Keenholz now to set for Wiebe. That one dug out by Grage. But it goes at the net and goes down. So the Governors have scored again. It's now 20-14. You wonder with 2 timeouts here for Coach Grage, how close she'll let this one go if the Governors keep scoring, how close she'll let it go before a timeout. There's an ace for Mike Keenholz. We might have their answer right here. We do have our answer. Coach Grage has seen enough right now. The Governors will pull within 5, 20-15. She's taking her first timeout. We'll take one with her back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back, 20-15, the Governors. They trail by 5 here in set 4. They got to get this one. They have to get this set win to keep this one going. They trail 2-1. Mike Keenholz will serve. Keenholz on the serve. That goes in the nets. So the timeout works out for Coach Grage. She gets a fist bump from her assistant coaches. And it's 21-15. So now Brandon Valley is 4 points away from advancing to the state tournament. And they would face Huron the first game next week, Thursday. It will be the third game of the day, but in their first round matchup next Thursday. So here is Taylor Stemmen on the serve. Mucho Canals to receive. Keenholz to set for Terwilliger. That one goes out. And it's a 22-15 lead here for Brandon Valley. So now here is Stamen again. Mucho Canals to receive. Keenholz now to set for Reagan Wiebe. Blocked up and down for Grage to get the point. And it's 23-15. And the Governors have got to score 8 out of the next 9 points here. They have no timeouts. They have to score 8 of the next 9 to keep this one moving. Stemmen again on the serve. Kaiser nearly misplayed. Schleckway will get over the third hit. That's a big play there for the Governors to get over. Over from Kopp, and it's now 24-15. And the Governors are now 1 point away from being eliminated here in the SoDak 16. That third set, again, a pivotal one. And now it's match points. And SoDak 16 points for Stemmen. And it's an ace as Kaiser and Mucho Canals run together. And Brandon Valley advanced to the state tournament. They win 25-15 here in set number 4. So the Governors season comes to an end as they lose in 4 sets, 25-17, 16-25, 25-22, and 25-15. We'll be back in 2 minutes to wrap this one up. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Brandon, the Brandon Valley Lynx have beat the Pierre Governors in the 6-11 matchup as they win it 25-17, 16-25, 25-22, and 25-15 to advance to the state tournament next week, Thursday, in the first round. As the Huron Tigers, they won their first round match, or their SoDak 16 matchup, so those two teams will face off in the first round next Thursday. Here for the Governors, boy, that was very, very close for this Pierre Governor team. They nearly had that third set win, as it was that second set was remarkable. It was a great second set here for the Governors, but they just couldn't find that third set win. They had a 22-20 lead, and it turned into a 25-22 win for Brandon Valley in that third set, and then they lost in the fourth set 25-15 as their season comes to an end at 7-13 here for the year. Fun season for the Pierre Governors. Just couldn't quite get over the hump and never really found their consistency through the season. This game kind of tells a tape of the whole season. In flashes, the Governors looked like a very, very good team, and they were a very good team, but the consistency just quite wasn't there. But hats off to Brandon Valley. They played a very, very good game, and they deserve to be in the state tournament next week, Thursday, as they take on Huron. So Gorman and Harrisburg will be the first match of the day in the 1-8 matchup. The 4 and 5 seed both won Sioux Falls, Washington, and Aberdeen Central. They'll be in game number 2. The third game of the day, which will be the first game of the second session, will be Huron and Brandon Valley in the 3-6 matchup, and the 2-7 matchup as all the top seeds won. Watertown will face Roosevelt in that 2-7 matchup to close out the first day of the state tournament next week, Thursday. Don't forget, though, tomorrow, and how could you forget, the Pierre Governors are in the state championship as they take on Brookings Bobcats in the Class 11 AA state title game. 7 o'clock for kickoff, 6:35 for pregame. Myself and Greg Dean will join me for that call. One final time for Governor football for the year of 2020 as they look for their 4th straight state championship as they take on the Brookings Bobcats tomorrow evening. Governors finished the year at 7-13. Brandon Valley is into the state tournament. They will face Huron in the first round, and it's going to be a fun AA state tournament. Just wish the Pierre Governors were able to be a part of that state tournament next week. But, 2021, they've got a lot coming back as you saw a lot of sophomores playing in that game with McKenna Schluckaway, Avery Kaiser, Remy Price got in there. Addie Cumbo, the junior, she'll be back. Lily Sanchez as well. Reese Terwilliger, the freshman, will be back next year. But hats off and a good career for all of Maya Keno's, Reagan Wiebe, Kaylee Severin, Morkia Mutchell-Knaus, and Austin Wiebe, and Kenzie Grunlin as those seniors finish out their volleyball career here this evening in the 4-set loss to the Brandon Valley Lynx. Again, 6:35 tomorrow evening for Pierre Governor football as they take on the Brookings Bobcats in the Class 11 AA state tournament in the state championship game. We'll have it for you right here on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Thanks to Ray Lewis back at the station as that will wrap things up for us here tonight. We'll send you out to the Tennessee and Indianapolis game. You've been listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Final scores once again, the Governors fall in 4 sets. They fall 25-17, 16-25, 25-22, and 25-15 as their season comes to a close. As we say good night from Brandon.